Arsenal have just received some of the worst news possible. I don't want to exaggerate. I don't want to make this seem worse than what it is. But if there was one piece of news that Arsenal didn't want to hear, we've just heard it. We're going to speak about what it means for Arsenal, not only now, but maybe going into the future as well, because it does impact us. There's some questions that we need to answer. I want to get people's thoughts on it. Before we get into it though, just very quickly, as always, just do me a favour. Hit like on this video. So we received the bombshell last night. We all saw it. It broke. Martin Ødegaard is injured. And before we speak about the injury and what it means for Arsenal, there's a question that has to be answered. What midfield do you now go for in that Tottenham game? I want you to let me know because we're already restricted in terms of players. So what midfield three do you pick for the game against Tottenham? I want you to let me know in the comment section. First of all, I saw the injury and I couldn't believe it. I am gutted at a time where we're, like I said, stretched for numbers anyway. We got no Marino. We got no Declan Rice. Now we've got no Odegaard, it would seem. Like, people might say, well, you don't know yet. And I want to make clear, at the time of recording, there's been no update in terms of how severe this injury is. But I can tell you, from experience, this is a bad injury. The captain of a football club doesn't leave the pitch in tears if it's not a bad injury. I'm sure many of you guys have played football. You know what it's like when you roll your ankle. All you've got to do is watch the video. See the still images. He rolls his ankle. He goes over on his ankle. I've done it many times. You can damage the ligaments in your ankle. Like, people might say you're over-exaggerating. He's going to be out for a few days. I'm telling you, this is a bad injury. The ligaments go. I done the similar thing, but I rolled it over a ball and it kind of twisted. And I was out for 6 months. Now, I'm sure Ødegaard's a better recoverer from injuries than I am. But I'm saying, like, if Ødegaard's out for that amount of time, we are in big trouble. And what midfield do you go for? Why is Ødegaard even playing in this game? There's so many things that I don't understand about this situation. Like, fair enough. Players want to play for their international teams. So when people put across the argument of why are these players even playing, people can respond with, well, because they want to play for their international teams. There's nothing you can do about it. But at times, when people are maybe struggling with an injury, like, you need to save people from themselves. Like, my children would love to stay up till 10, 11 o'clock at night, watching movies and eating chocolate. I don't allow it because I know what's best for them. They need to get an early night. And it's the same with some of these footballers. Yes, they want to play every single minute of every single game. But at times, you need to make a decision as a football club, as a manager, as whoever's looking after that department and say, look, you've just come off against Brighton. You was forced off with injury. You clearly, in that game, wasn't playing at your best self. Like, you were struggling. You wasn't able to lead the press. You wasn't able to go 100% into tackles. Something was bothering you. So then why is he being sent out to his international... They're basically friendlies, aren't they? They're not needed games. We've had 3 games back and already he's been shipped out. Now you can go play in them games. What? First game back, 90 minutes. And at that point, you'd be thinking, this is crazy. Like, he just come off with an injury. You're playing him for 90 minutes. At least he gets to rest for the next game. No, he starts again. I'm thinking, what are we doing? Why is he playing that 90 minutes and then 90 minutes? 100? I don't get it. When he's struggling, clearly, with an injury. Like I said, he leaves the pitch in tears. And now we're just all left waiting. Waiting to see what happens. Is it bad? Is he out for 3 months? Is he out for 4 months? Look, there's a bit of good news in here. The good news is we're only playing Tottenham next. And I don't want that to sound any kind of way, but I don't think Tottenham are great. Can they beat us? Of course. It's a Premier League team. They're a good Premier League team. And they have some good players. But I'm looking at the game after that. Like, we do have some difficult games coming up. Tottenham you can class as a difficult game. We're away from home. We've got Man City after that. That's the one I'd be looking at and thinking, we need Odegaard in that game. But like, it is even gutting to miss him for this Tottenham game. And that's why I say I need to know, like, what would people do in this situation? Because we have no Fabio Vieira. We have no Emil Smith-Rowe. I hope Gabriel Jesus is back from injury. I think that's the only thing that can save us. We're going to have to do something we haven't done before. We've got so many players that have left. We've got a few different players come in. We're going to have to jiggle this team sheet around and it's going to look a way that we haven't seen before. Like, it might have to be Partey in the 6, Jorginho in the 8, and then who do you go in the 10? Do you go Havertz in the 10? Do you go Gabriel Jesus, which is something I wouldn't be opposed to. I think he does have attributes that suits that position. I think he's got good quick feet. His passing at times, the final product, okay, but I think he can do a job in there. He will track back, so he'll do the defensive work. Would it be a curveball? Yes. Have we ever seen that position for Jesus? Probably not. But like I said, we're in a position that we haven't really found ourselves in. Like, there's no natural replacement. I think there's a few options you can do. Do you go Havertz in the 10? Do you go Gabriel Jesus in the 10? Or do you go Nwaneri in the 10? Some people might say I'll put Trossard in the 10. Some people might say I'll put Sterling in the 10. Let me know in the comment section. I think there's so many variations that you can go for. I think a natural fit automatically would have been Fabio Vieira, but we know what happened with him, so the option's not available. And we're going to see a player played in that 10 that I don't think we've seen. I'm trying to think in that team who we've had in that number 10 position that is currently in the squad, and I can't think of anything. I'm sure it has happened, but it would have been so long ago or for such a short amount of time that I don't remember it. The team that I might go for would be Partey, Jorginho, not ideal whatsoever, and then Gabriel Jesus. I would leave Havertz up top, and then I'd have Sterling, or yeah, I'd probably play Sterling on the wing. That might be a conversation for another video, but I want to know what you guys would do in that midfield section. Thanks so much to everyone for watching and listening. Before you go, like I said, if you could just do me a favor, hit like on this video, just like it and subscribe, and I'll speak to you all in tomorrow's video. Gooners, have a good day.